So after Jimmy sees the man run into the woods, he starts looking around. He kind of pauses for a second, and then he starts looking around, and he hears something. So he spins around, and it's the frog that he saw. The frog and all of his buddies, like 10 frogs at least, are like hopping towards Jimmy. And Jimmy likes frogs. He likes nature. So at first he's like, this is fine. Why is this guy running away? But soon he sees in the distance even more frogs coming for him. So now he's kind of freaked out, and this raggedy guy kind of seems like he knows he's been hanging out in the woods for a while, so he probably knows what he's doing. So Jimmy starts running towards where the raggedy man ran. So he's running away from these frogs, and he keeps running, and then he stops and he turns around, and it looks like the frogs aren't there anymore. So he's like, okay, this is fine. But then Jimmy doesn't know where he's at now. He's stuck in the woods. He has random frogs following him. There's a creepy, raggedy man in the woods. What the heck is Jimmy gonna do? So Jimmy tries to pull out his phone and figure out how to get back home. Obviously, there's no cell service right there. So then here is this raggedy man again saying, Jimmy. And so Jimmy is freaked out and looks at the man and doesn't know what to do about the man because he's kind of creepy and gross looking and raggedy. And so Jimmy kind of scoots away from the man, and the man just points. And so, not knowing what to do, not really having any other choice, Jimmy kind of went in the direction of the man that the man pointed, thinking again maybe he knows what he's talking about. So Jimmy started walking towards the way that the man had pointed, and he just seemed to get more lost. Finally, Jimmy hears a ribbit again, and he kind of looks down, scared, because he just saw all these frogs come after him. But this was the frog that Jimmy had picked up earlier, and it's just him again. So Jimmy kind of picks him up again, and he kind of at his arm, and he's like, okay. And then the frog jumps out of his hand and starts jumping, and then Jimmy just kind of stares at him and doesn't do anything. And the frog stops again and kind of looks back at him almost, and Jimmy's like, does this frog want me to follow him? So Jimmy follows the frog, and the frog leads him back to the road. Who knew?